Alright, guys. Hey, y'all doing on this Monday night? Yeah, it's only Monday. You can tell by me not really shaving and growing, as my friend would call, stubble, that I wasn't feeling today at all. Nope, not at all. Because, it's been just a very busy time at work for me. And a very busy time for me in life in general. But what is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man, 1993. For the first time in a few days, I am here, live. And I'm going to do just one review tonight to catch up. We are live, as in about 45 minutes. My sister will be home for a whole month, and I can't wait to see her dog, and her, of course, too. But I'm excited for all that. But I want to at least do a little bit of catch up. I had a very, very busy weekend. Friday night, I was at my girlfriend's, and I got back really late, not like 1 a.m. on Friday night, because of a family emergency with, her family, but everything's okay. Saturday, I helped our good old friend here on YouTube, Daniel Gaiza, 412, helped him move into his first house that he bought. Congratulations, buddy. And also, I went out and played some mini golf with some friends in college. Yesterday, I had softball, and I spent the evening with some other friends. So I had no time to do any reviews or even watch Saturday Night Dynamite on Saturday. So, obviously, as I said recently, the best thing to do at some point like in a situation like this is just see what I can grasp and just move on. And that's what I'm doing with Smackdown, and I'm going to do from this weekend's episode of AEW Dynamite. Saturday Night Dynamite, of course. Now, the only thing is, though, is as far as Dynamite goes, I am going to at least watch that main event with Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy. I do want to see that match. Not just the highlights. I want to see the actual match. So I will watch that before I review Dynamite. Probably tomorrow. Well, I'll watch the match before I check out Raw. I don't know what's going to happen when my sister arrives in like 40 minutes. But I am planning on just watching that match and just doing exactly what I'm doing with this show here for SmackDown. Because like I said, I have no time. I literally have no time. Work has just been crazy lately. I'm working overtime almost every day for the past like 3 weeks. So it's been a very exhausting time for me. So I'm just going to basically just recap what happened on SmackDown. I didn't watch it. The only thing I saw that really interested me is I watched the last segment, the return of Edge. That's really the only thing I saw. So I'm not going to grade this show. I'm just going to recap it. So let's roll in and let's talk about it. First, live chat, we got Charlie Kelly. What's up, Charlie Kelly? I feel like it's been a while since you've been in my streams, but welcome back, buddy. Who do you think will be Roman's next challenger for the Universal title, except Edge, because we've already seen that? It's probably going to be after Roman and Edge at Money in the Bank. I guess him and Cena. I'm guessing him and Cena. I mean, I don't know if they'll do him and Rollins, or, I'm still praying, but I'm a little bit worried after what we saw on, after what happened on this show. I'm a little bit worried that we may not be getting Cesaro winning Money in the Bank, which we'll wait and see, of course, where that goes with that. But I don't know. I'd say, John Cena for SummerSlam, yeah. After that, who knows? I have no clue. Well, they're supposed to be doing a draft like the last weekend in August or the first week in September, so probably somebody from Raw. Probably a fresh face from Raw is what I'll say. We'll get fighting Roman for the title. So we'll have to see, though. Brock Lesnar returns before SummerSlam to fight Bobby Lashley. Please! Even with Roman as a heel, I don't want to see another Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns match. I am sick of those two fighting. I'm sick of it. I'm sorry. 2018 wore me down from Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. I don't need to see it again. Just my opinion. I gotta see, though, Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. But let's get moving, because I just want to get done and, just do a couple of odds and ends in the next couple of minutes here before my family gets home. So, I'm just going to again just recap what happened on this show and give my thoughts very briefly. So one story we had from the night looked like Jimmy Uso, who has been very anti-Roman Reigns since returning. Well, basically not siding with his cousin. But he informs Roman that Jay was a no-show, which angers Roman. But Jimmy's like, well, hey, he ain't here. I can do what Jay did. But then Roman goes, prove it. And he basically tells him to have a match and prove it. And he had a match against Dolph Ziggler and he won. Some people are telling me, I mean, I didn't watch the show that in depth. Some people are saying, oh, this is a Jimmy Uso heel turn. I don't know. Like I said, for what it came across to me, it sounded a little more like Jimmy Uso's been playing just a little bit of mind games or something like that. Or maybe it's Uso's playing mind games with Roman or something. I don't know. But yeah, although he came across a little bit more heelish in this episode of SmackDown, I still don't want to fully declare Jimmy Uso a heel yet. I feel like, I mean, one, because I didn't really watch the show. And two, I want to more so see more. Because I didn't get the whole, full-on heel vibes from this. From what I saw. That happens. Then we have a segment with Bianca Belair coming out and says she will beat Bayley once again as they're having a mixed tag match. Seth Rollins glows about his victory over Cesaro. Bayley comes out, criticizes Bianca, bragging about her victory, calling her pathetic. And Cesaro came out and took out Rollins. And we had a mixed tag match. And Seth Rollins and Bayley defeated Bianca Belair and Cesaro. First off, this concerning because one, are we doing another Bianca and Bayley match? Enough. Like, credit where credit is due. Their Hell in a Cell match was good. But I see no reason for these two to keep on fighting. It makes no sense. And two, with Rollins getting yet another victory over Cesaro, I'm hoping the rumors are true about Cesaro's push ending. Because yes, they gave him a WrestleMania moment, being Seth Rollins in that UFO. And yes, they gave him a Universal title shot. And he knocked it out of the ballpark, ran and caught it, and brought it right back and shoved it down their throats. Yes. Just would have been nice to capitalize on this a little bit more. So I hope they didn't end this push. But, you know, and of course, they have Rollins moving on saying he wants to fight Roman Reigns. He said at some point in the show, which I believe he did, yeah, I think he tried to make a case for it. But then it didn't happen, as of course we all know who returned and was. But yeah, so I'm hoping that, I'm still praying Cesaro gets in Money in the Bank. He needs to be, and he needs to win it. That is still my pick for Money in the Bank. We also had Shinsuke Nakamura gets his coronation by him officially getting the crown since he beat Baron Corbin last week. Thank God Almighty that run is over, and thank God also this feud is hopefully over. But Baron Corbin does Caleb Braxton. He doesn't know what the point is in continuing, so I guess he's quitting. I don't know. Who knows? Does anybody really care at this point? Me neither. So we had a Money in the Bank qualifier. We had one qualifying match. Big E defeated Apollo Crews. Which, I'm like, okay, there goes another champion losing clean. Well, Commander Aziz got involved. So another champion losing the match on live TV, which I'm sick of. But I'm all for Big E, though, being a Money in the Bank. Yeah, I mean, if Cesaro does not get in Money in the Bank, which I'm still hoping he does, Big E would be a very interesting pick for Money in the Bank. Let me check something. Okay, good. I thought I heard the door shut out. They were home. Big E in Money in the Bank, cool with me. Like I said, there's so far is a very, very fresh field in Money in the Bank here. We got, so far officially, we got Big E on SmackDown, and on Raw, we've got Ricochet, John Morrison, and Matt Riddle. And either Orton, Styles, or McIntyre. Kind of hoping Styles. I feel like Styles would fit in best with all the wrestlers that's already in the match. So I'm kind of hoping they go with AJ Styles. And then the other qualifying match we have next week on SmackDown announced is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which I'm like, oh god. I hope that's not the blow-off match to their feud. Like I said, I mean, really by rights, since Sami Zayn won a Hell in a Cell, put Sami in there, and, like I said, have Owens and Zayn have their blow-off match at SummerSlam, I quit. I didn't get to make that video yet pleading for it, but yes, I will plead for it. But yeah, actually, I'm sorry. No, it will be their last match, because I didn't realize. It's a last man standing match. Okay, stipulation, yes, but you couldn't have done that on pay-per-view. You couldn't have done that at Hell in a Cell, last man standing. Really? I didn't even realize that till now. So that's going to be last man standing. So that's the end of their feud. There goes that. Sonya Deville came out and announces Carmella as the first SmackDown selection to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ho, 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 ho. Hold on a second here. So we come to this spot again. Why does the SmackDown women, despite the fact they have just about nobody, don't have to qualify for Money in the Bank, yet Raw women do? Love the inconsistency here, guys. Love the inconsistency. But Carmella's in Money in the Bank, and then Liv Morgan came out to campaign before attacking Carmella, and then Sonya makes a match saying that if Liv can beat Carmella, she's added to the match, and Liv wins. So we got all but 2 spots for the women's division, women's Money in the Bank ladder match filled up. That's Carmella, Liv Morgan, our first 2 members from SmackDown. And then it's when Jimmy Uso then defeated Dolph Ziggler. And then Roman Reigns comes down to address the Universal Championship, the WWE Universe. Paul Heyman says that there's no one left, but then Edge made a surprise return. First time we've seen him since the match at WrestleMania, the triple threat match where Roman pinned both him and Bryan stacked on top of each other. And then Edge came down, attacked Roman, hit him with a concerto. He slammed into a table. Jimmy Uso tried to help, but Edge managed to take out Jimmy and speared him through the barricade as the show goes off the air. And backstage afterwards, Edge demands a championship match 1-on-1. So we're getting Roman Reigns and Edge at Money in the Bank. Cool with me. So hopefully that'll probably set up the rumor match with Seth and Edge, with Seth Rollins and Edge. I almost said Seth and Edge Rollins. That's weird. Seth Rollins and Edge, which, yes, give me that match. Again, remember, they have history. Dating back to the last Raw of 2014, even though the segment ended very shitty, where Seth Rollins basically threatened to hurt Edge even worse if John Cena didn't bring back the Authority. But like I said, that was a very, very weak segment to what I remember was a good episode of Raw. Because that was the night where Daniel Bryan announced that he was returning and entering the Royal Rumble. And then they basically just ended it with that wet fart right there. So I wasn't, a big fan of that. But yeah, so I'm hoping somehow this leads to, because of course, Rollins wanted to get the match against Roman, but who steps in front of him? Edge. Could lead to the story. That's what the story could be going into SummerSlam, starting that off and digging into their history. So we'll see. But that's my review. Again, I didn't watch the episode, and the other stuff was like, it is what it is. Again, I'm fine with Big E being in Money in the Bank. I'm still hoping Cesaro is not getting his push ended, and I hope the guy not doing going to Bianca and Bayley again. At this point, I'd say give Bianca a night off at Money in the Bank and leave her and Sasha for SummerSlam. I still say Iron Woman match between those 2. That would be a hell of a match. Sasha and Bianca. SummerSlam could have Roman Reigns and John Cena, which, yeah, I know not people are whatever that match, but I'm like, that'll be fine, because I love their first match at No Mercy, I love the build, but the fallout from that match, I was like, when the match ended, I'm like, the match was good, but I'm just like, this is a typical, oh, I respect you now, but no, this time, Roman full on heel, John Cena, the baby face, obviously this time, of course, that'll be interesting. Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, hell yeah. Edge and Seth Rollins, oh yes. Bianca Belair, Sasha, in a, what's it called? In a Iron Woman match, oh. There's at least 3 or 4 main event worthy matches right there. I love it. August 21st cannot come soon enough. live chat really quick, then I'm going off the air. Let me see here. Jimmy versus Jay at SummerSlam. If Jimmy loses, he's out of the family. I would give that a chance. I just still don't see them doing it. I don't know. I just still don't ever see Jimmy versus Jay. I don't know. But if they do it, cool. Roman versus Edge versus Rollins at SummerSlam. If Edge just didn't have a triple threat match, I'd be like, fine. But they just had a triple threat match with Edge. Although that would be good, but it feels too soon for another. It feels too soon for another triple threat. But that's not a bad match, though. Randy will turn on Riddle, and they'll set up a match at SummerSlam. They just don't look good together. I'm fine with that. Tyler gave the show a D. Why is Bayley getting another title shot? Because they have literally nobody else on SmackDown to fight for a women's title right now, which is sad because, Bianca is awesome. Who agrees McIntyre should stay off TV till after the draft with a whole new gimmick like the Scottish Destroyer and try feeling like his country depends on him? I'd be okay with that. I don't know, I'd be fine with that. Or, I don't know. Him taking some time off, I'm cool with that. I'd say he's one person I'd say should go to SmackDown. He's been on Raw since he came back in 2018. So, yeah, I'd say move him over to SmackDown. As far as a gimmick change, I don't know if he needs a gimmick change. More so he just needs, a fresh, coat of paint. A fresh roster to fight, maybe. Because I'd rather see Drew get a little bit of run as a babyface. Again, have that sympathy still of him, not having his WrestleMania moments in front of fans. And maybe getting one next year, maybe. We'll see. Edge should win the title of Money in the Bank. WWE needs to release Sami Zayn. He needs a fresh start. Again, Sami's contract is up in September, so I'm kind of hoping he chooses not to resign and go somewhere else. But that's going to do it, guys. Again, I have my family getting home very shortly. My sister and her dog's going to be home. And then I want to watch Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy. But I'll probably not do a review until tomorrow night. But yeah, guys, that's my review of SmackDown. Again, just catching up. No grade. What are your thoughts this week? What are your thoughts heading to Money in the Bank? Leave your thoughts down in the comments section below. And be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy. 93. So long, guys. I'm checking out. Have a good rest of your Monday night. Peace out, everybody.